Hello and welcome to Never Seen It, a podcast about movies we haven't seen yet. I'm one of your hosts, Betsy, and with me is my co-host and husband, Trent.
Hi, I'm with you.
You are with me. We're back from our little break. We took a little vacation, and We're back now recording our next episodes.
No break for you guys.
No break for you guys.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've done this, so bear with us.
We forget how this works sometimes. We are watching another new movie today that neither of us have watched. We are watching The Batman.
The Batman.
Now, mostly we just haven't gotten around to seeing this one yet, but right before we went on our trip, we noticed it was going to be showing up on HBO, so we figured, now's as good a time as any.
Yeah. So, Betsy, let's talk a little bit about our history with the Batman movies.
Right. So I think I have a much more in-depth knowledge of Batman as a franchise than you do.
Yes.
I think it would shock some people to hear that there are several of these iterations of Batman that you've never watched.
Correct. So I have only ever seen the first Michael Keaton movie once.
A few years ago. Because I made you watch it.
Yes. Betsy was incensed, and of course this is before we had a podcast, so yeah.
But that means that you, of course, have not seen Batman Returns.
I haven't seen Batman Returns. I have seen, what was it? It's Batman and Robin with
Schwarzenegger?
With Schwarzenegger in it, Clooney as Batman. I have seen that one.
Okay.
It's been since it was new.
But you haven't seen Forever with Val Kilmer.
I haven't seen Batman Forever. I've seen clips mainly of like Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Okay.
But I haven't seen the movie from beginning to end.
Okay. And I've also seen the 1960s Adam West movie of Batman.
Okay.
Which is very, very different tonally from what I think we're about to watch.
Very much so. And we are also very familiar with the Christopher Nolan trilogy of Batman. Yes.
But we haven't seen the newest one with Ben Affleck.
No, we haven't seen Batfleck.
Batfleck. So yeah, that kind of covers our history with this character. So kind of hit and miss as far as the property goes. Some of them have been very good. Some of them have been underwhelming. We're very familiar with the Christopher Nolan ones, which are tremendous movies.
Absolutely.
And this is coming on the heels of the Justice League Batman just a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I think you and I were both kind of surprised that they were already doing another one of these. What are your immediate thoughts about it being Robert Pattinson?
So we haven't really covered a whole lot of Robert Pattinson movies. In fact, we haven't covered any of them. And I've only ever seen one.
Being?
The first Twilight.
Okay.
Once.
You've seen it once.
So I can't really give you too much of a background of Robert Pattinson other than what I've seen of him in like the types of movies that he's been doing. I haven't seen the movies, but the types of movies that he's been cast in. He has been doing a lot more serious, like, not quite just like brooding, but more, this is serious acting.
Right. He has very much gotten away from the Twilight series intentionally.
Yes.
He has made very pointed choices.
Yeah. And I think he's probably the one out of that franchise that has come out the most unscathed. Except for Kristen Stewart, because she just got nominated for a fucking Oscar.
Right. I think they're both actually really good actors. They just had the unfortunate luck of ending up in something like Twilight. But yeah, I think he was a sort of surprising choice, but also not. Just because, like I said, they're casting him in strange things.
It seems like he wanted a challenge.
Right.
I don't think that you go in auditioning to be a Batman unless you really, really want to be Batman. And Ben Affleck really wanted to be Batman.
He really did, and he got it.
Yeah.
Lucky us. Now, that's me not having seen him. Maybe he's better than I give him credit for.
But for the most part, from what we've seen and heard of the DC pile of movies,
we've talked about it before.
We're not DC people, and again, we have nothing against Batman as a character, Superman as a character, but the execution of those movies just seems lazy.
Fair enough.
But anyway.
But here we are now in 2022, yet another Batman. This is number like 726 of Batman in our lifetime alone.
Yes.
It's the, third one just in the last decade?
Yeah.
Something like that.
We were just talking about Fantastic Four. They're going to be making another Fantastic Four.
We'll get into Fantastic Four some other day. But yeah, we're doing another Batman.
Yeah.
It's another dark and brooding Batman, which is, Batman. So, Trent, what do you know about this version of the Batman?
Of the character himself or of the
movie?
The movie, okay. So, we already talked about Robert Pattinson. This is more of a dark and brooding Batman.
Emo Batman!
Yeah. And I know some of the villains that are going to be in it. The Penguin, played by Colin Farrell, is, I think, the most interesting choice. Because we first saw like a teaser or a trailer or something.
A picture or something.
Something. With Colin Farrell in his makeup. And he is unrecognizable.
Correct.
It's unbelievable what they did to him.
Mm-hmm. So I'll be interested to see how that translates when he's actually like talking and moving and speaking.
And I really don't know anything about the character of the Penguin. Because he's a villain.
He's like pre-Penguin though, isn't he? I think it's like before the transformation kind of a thing.
Yeah. I know the Riddler is in it. Mm-hmm. I don't know who he's played by.
I do, but since you don't know, I'm not going to say it.
Right off the top of my head, I don't know.
Okay.
I know Andy Serkis plays Alfred. Mm-hmm. An interesting choice for him because he's not like the old man that I picture as an Alfred.
That's okay. Yeah. He's also a younger Batman though, so I mean it kind of checks out.
True. I'm curious to see how he plays it. Mm-hmm. If he's gonna be like the uppity butler type, or if he's gonna be an actual character.
I love Andy Serkis.
like how Michael Caine did his Alfred.
Right.
He was an actual character.
Yes. I think he will be in this because Andy Serkis is a great actor.
Yeah.
Very underrated and underutilized. So I'm happy to see he has an actual role in this movie. Give
Andy Serkis an Oscar.
Damn it.
A Lifetime Achievement Oscar in motion capture at the very least.
One day
he'll get his. And then finally, the only other person I know in it is Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman.
Right.
Now, I also understand that she has a much, much bigger role in this movie than a Catwoman normally has.
Yeah, I think they're kind of on an even playing field.
Yeah.
The two of them. But as far as like actual plot, I don't really know what happens here.
I don't know a damn thing.
There's villains and Batman and brooding and emo.
It's also a long movie.
It is.
And I think Batman movies kind of have to be long because you have to shove in so many characters.
I just hope that we do the route of let's not rehash the past. I don't need another introduction to Batman. Just drop me in the middle. I know the story.
Right.
I know his parents were killed in an alley by murderers, and he found the Bat Cave, and he becomes a vigilante. Fine. And he's a, billionaire playboy. I get it. I don't need them to rehash that again.
Now, if they do it well, I think the way they did it in Batman Begins was a very effective introduction.
I guess.
Because, we just talked about this in the Hulk movie from 2008. They just completely glossed over how Bruce Banner became the Hulk. Completely.
Yeah.
And I think they did it in a very bad way. In this, I'm hoping that they at least address it, because this Batman movie might actually be someone's first. There's always new kids out there who are discovering Batman for the first time, and this is their first one.
Hopefully that's a good experience because, like I said, it's been really hit and miss. And I think some of them are actually a little underrated. Some of them are rated appropriately and in that they're garbage. But at least they're fun garbage. Like, I love Batman and Robin. It is absolute trash. It is by far the worst one, and I don't fucking care. It's so stupid. I love it.
And it really depends on what you're going for. Are you going for the camp of the 60s and 70s type of stuff, or are you going back into the Nolan universe?
Yeah, or the 1930s like original noir Batman.
Yeah.
Like, where do you want to fall? So I think this one falls more to that. I'm curious to see how it is. Any other thoughts? Anything else you've heard about this one?
No, I understand that these two, Robert Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz, are fantastic in it. I haven't really heard about anybody else.
Okay. Well, we're going to go now and check it out. We're going to watch The Batman, and we will be right back. And we're back. So that was The Batman, Trent. The Batman? The Batman. The Batman. What were your thoughts about The Batman?
That was very impressive.
Yeah, I think that is the most intense Batman movie I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, they keep your attention.
Jesus, that was intense. Like, I was unnerved.
Yeah.
Many moments in this movie.
This is kind of a horror movie.
It's noir. It's what I said. This is noir.
Yeah.
This is, you're right, a little bit horror. It's a mystery.
It's a detective story.
It's noir.
Batman is a detective.
Yes.
And he should be portrayed as such.
Yes, this is true noir.
Yeah.
Like the guy with the dark backstory and the femme fatale, and he's narrating his own life.
And the grovelly narration of his own life.
Well, and of course, when they say this is called The Batman, this is all almost entirely Batman. He's not Bruce Wayne almost at all in this movie. Mm-hmm. So I get the title.
Yeah, the fact that he is Bruce Wayne is kind of secondary to the plot.
It's inconsequential.
Until he's very important to the plot.
Right. Right. And you think that, oh, shit, people know who he is. But then it kind of turns out, no, they're just crazy. They're just crazy. Your identity is still safe. The only person who knows that you're Batman is Alfred.
At this point.
Yeah. So I thought that the acting was really, really good. The action sequences were really awesome.
The look
was really solid.
Style. Like, everything is dark.
Fuck, it was so dark and wet. Everything was wet.
Everything was kind of dark and red, and like
black
everything
and
was
red
in
are the
shadow.
themes. Yeah.
Man. It is stylish as hell. And I think that was they nailed what they were going for here.
Right. They have really gone back to the original source material.
Yeah.
And this is not campy Batman. There's no camp here at all.
There's like one like funny scene.
There's like some winky jokes. Sort of.
Like I mentioned.
Quips.
Yeah, like it's mainly with Catwoman.
Right.
Like, she doesn't have her like catty attitude, no pun intended, until like the middle of the movie and towards the end. Mm-hmm. Like, she even says, well, what do, live in a cave?
Yeah. So there's like little moments like that, but it's more of a it's
just
not
little references.
Yeah, it's not laugh out loud hilarious. So the person I knew was in this movie that obviously you hadn't remembered was Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Did you remember once he showed up that was who was in this?
So I was kind of on the IMDb page, just kind of looking people up, and I saw his face there, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. I remember he was in the movie, but I don't know in what capacity.
Got it.
So, and you don't see his face until he's caught.
No. And of course, when he gets caught, he wants to be caught.
Yeah. And our listeners who may have listened to our last episode by the name of Prisoners.
Our recent episode.
We raved about Paul Dano as an actor.
I'm telling you, they have some, in this movie, one of the things this movie, The Batman, has going for it is they have some really incredible character actors in this movie. And I said it in Prisoners, and I will say it again. Paul Dano is an incredible character actor. Mm-hmm. He's awesome in this movie.
He is.
Another really fantastic character actor, and you might not think of him as that, but he is Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell
He has become that.
Has become a character actor. He has the capacity to be a leading man, but when he is at his best, when he is really in his element, it is when he is playing fucking characters. Like in this, in Horrible Bosses, in Bruges, he is so good when he is just doing something really niche and off-putting. And yeah, if I did not know this was him, could have fooled me.
There was only one singular moment where I saw him through the makeup.
Really?
One moment. And it was, oh man, I think it was at the end when he's going to pull out his gun to try to shoot Falcone. I could see it right there, and at no other point in the movie did I hear him or see him.
No, it's weird. He's got an accent because he's Irish. So for him, he can do really amazing American accents, and he's doing like a New York thing here, and it's very solid. Like, he doesn't slip when he commits to his accent. He's very, very good, which is why I'm saying he is an incredible character actor, because between the makeup and the accent, like, if you stare at his eyes long enough when he's not doing crazy eyes, you can tell it's him.
It was his mouth. More than anything else, that's what I saw.
Okay. And some of the other actors in this movie, you've got John Turturro shows up.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in this movie, or if I did, I forgot.
Not a clue.
And he's another one of those guys that can do really serious things, but when he's in his element is when he's playing kind of over-the-top people. This, he's playing it pretty straight. But again, it takes a really talented actor to play the villain.
And I would say, just based on what I know about this character, you can tell that he is, like, holding back. Like, mob bosses like this, they kind of have to keep it under wraps. Their rage, their criminal mentality, whatever. Like, they have to, otherwise they're going to get busted.
Yeah. And that dude's like a true psychopath.
Right, and there's just stuff burning in the back of his mind that is there. Like, we see it.
Yeah,
we see it come
to
out.
the surface.
We see it come out once, and that's all it takes.
Yep. Yeah, he's easily triggered when under pressure.
And we've also got another character actor, Jeffrey Wright. He's playing Lieutenant Gordon. He's not Commissioner Gordon yet. I'm sure he will eventually be in the Batman 2.
Yes, which they just announced is happening.
Yes. So he's playing Commissioner. I keep calling him Commissioner. He's playing Gordon, let's say. Jim Gordon. And with him and a bunch of other people, they're not actually doing the thing that they've done with a lot of other Batman movies.
How do you mean?
They are just assuming that you know who these people are.
Well, it's like I said in the intro. Like, we did not get the how he becomes Batman story.
We don't get the entire backstory. Yeah, we don't get the entire backstory. He has been the Batman for 2 years.
Yep.
He's got the scars to prove it.
Right. So we're jumping in the middle.
Yeah.
And he is on a quest for vengeance.
And up to this point, he hasn't really encountered any of the big bad villains. He's just been going after small-time crimes.
The way they describe it, that's the assumption here.
Yeah.
And the big thing that has happened already outside of his watch was the Maroney crime family or whatever.
Right.
Maroney got taken down.
Right.
So that wasn't even on his watch. That was before his time, basically.
Right. So the real cops, the DA, and all those people got together and took down this big crime boss, and it was a huge drug bust, like the biggest in the history of Gotham.
Yep.
They keep talking about it.
Well, and it's the same, like, these were names that are familiar to me because of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies.
Yes.
Like, I remember hearing Falcone and Maroney and all those names.
Yep.
So these are definitely characters that are reused and clearly significant to the overall Batman story.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I didn't know, and I don't know if this was changed for this story or this is just a piece of information I didn't have, is that Arkham is his mother's family?
I guess.
So there's Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
his parents, Thomas and Martha.
Yeah.
Thomas Wayne in this world was running for mayor, and he buries a story about his mother's family, the Arkhams.
Right.
And of course, it's Arkham Asylum, and that's
Right.
the only context I have for that.
Right.
But yeah, did you know that?
No, I did not.
So I don't know if that's like
I know
canon,
Arkham.
or...
I know Arkham is a big name in this world, but I didn't kind of put it together that it's related to the Wayne family at all.
And like I'm saying, I don't know if that's canon or if that's just part of this movie.
No idea.
Interesting. Well, we'll have to look into that later, because that was probably the newest information to me out of this movie as far as like all the Batman things I've seen. Like,
Sure.
I know the overall story otherwise, his parents were billionaires and they were murdered, and he's an orphan and he grows up with Alfred.
Right. And they were very much philanthropists. They were
Yeah.
the good guys. And the story is they were gunned down outside of a show and
Theater.
a theater of some kind. And Bruce was there to witness it.
Right. And in this movie, they say it's because his dad asked Falcone to help him crush the story. So a reporter was going to out his mom as being like in and out of institutions and their whole family. There's like a whole scandal or whatever.
Right.
And he asks the wrong guy to help him, and he ends up murdering the reporter.
Right.
So Falcone murders the reporter.
Right. And there's a story fed to Bruce about his dad, and implying that he wanted the reporter dead.
Right, because he's getting it from Falcone.
Yeah, exactly, which isn't true. Because Falcone, he actually wanted to have something on the Wayne family. Yes. He wanted to be able to hold something over their head.
Right, because that's
the
his
reporter,
whole thing.
Yeah, and the reporter was just going to put it out there because he's a reporter.
That's what
and
they
he's
do.
and he's digging up dirt.
He's doing his job.
Exactly. So Falcone wanted to have that over his head and not have the reporter put it out. Because if that information is just out, it's not valuable to anybody but the opponents of the opposing political person.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyone running against him.
Yes.
But being a mob boss, he wants that power over him.
And he
keeps it to
he's
himself.
And he's a very important person to have power over.
Right. Yeah. And then, of course, they say later that it basically boils down to the Waynes wouldn't play nice with him, so he put out a hit on him.
Right.
So this is all stuff where, and they even say it in this movie where when Falcone is giving Bruce this story, and when Alfred is giving his interpretation of the story, they both say, if only I could prove it. I'm not sure.
Right.
So they still leave room for the audience to go, wait, so what happened?
Right.
So they play with it a little bit in that regard, but otherwise the story is the same. So yeah, our big villain here, of course, is the Riddler.
Yeah.
And we start the movie with him killing the mayor, the current mayor who is running for re-election. That scene was fucking scary.
Like him looking through the binoculars and whatnot?
No, when he just appears in the darkness in his apartment, and then he's just standing there breathing creepily in his leather mask, and the mayor doesn't notice him there.
Yeah.
And he attacks him. And so I want to say one specific thing. The score in this movie is fucking unnerving.
It's creepy as hell.
It is creepy and effective. I was like holding my breath half of this movie.
Except for the Ave Maria.
It was creepy when they used that too.
Well, at the end, yes, when the Riddler was singing it, yes.
Well, yes.
But my point is, it was a little out of sorts to start the movie, big red text, the Batman, and then Ave Maria starts playing. That's a little weird.
Okay, the music overall was very effective.
I completely agree with you.
Overall.
And now I understand why people were up in arms about Nirvana.
So yeah, tell me about this. What were people saying about Nirvana?
So they played the Nirvana song "Something in the Way" a couple of times, and this is from my understanding, it is a song that was never a single from Nirvana. It was just on the Nevermind album.
Okay.
And they used it a couple of times here, and it spiked all over because people saw this movie and they wanted to know what that song was, so they started to download it and buy it and stream it and whatever else.
Okay.
So that's what was the big hubbub around Nirvana on Twitter and whatever else.
I missed that memo. I didn't hear that, because that's like kind of one of those blip things. If you are paying attention to Twitter and you see Nirvana is trending this weekend that this movie came out,
sure,
it all makes sense, but I missed that. So I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Headline here, The Batman boosts Nirvana song streams by 734%.
Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, it's, again, very effective. It's dark, emo Batman.
And speaking of Nirvana, I saw something about Robert Pattinson. And the way he kind of got into this role is by listening to a bunch of Nirvana songs. In that... And just kind of basing the character around Kurt Cobain in a way. Whereas Bruce Wayne, as a child, is a big name.
Yeah.
And he becomes this most famous orphan in the world. And you have all this fame, but really nothing to do with it. You didn't earn this fame.
No.
So...
He's famous for being famous.
Right. And... What I read was Kurt Cobain was this guy with all this talent, and he didn't really think that he deserved any of it. He couldn't handle that kind of pressure and fame. So he became a recluse.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where Robert Pattinson was taking the character. Like, I have all of this power and money and fame and whatever else. I'm choosing not to do anything publicly, but I am trying to do something personally.
Right. Well, and they say it a couple of times, like, oh, the accountants are going to be here from Wayne Enterprises. Why? Because you wouldn't go to them. I'm bringing them here.
Well, and I think the reason why that is a thing is because he's spending all this money on his Batcave and all his Bat stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That was kind of an interesting touch in this one, how his Bat Cave is a subway station.
Yeah.
So it's the Wayne Terminus. It is literally an abandoned train station that is outside Wayne Manor.
Right.
And
because
that's the Bat Cave.
Why would anybody want to take that subway station to Wayne Manor? Because why would anybody go there anymore? So they probably cut it off from the rest of the subway system.
Yep.
It's an interesting way to depict that.
Yeah, that was a cool touch. There were a lot of cool little things they did that I haven't seen before in a Batman movie. So, like, the thing with his contact lens. He has a computerized digital thing.
It's a camera.
A camera that records everything he sees, and then he can play it back later.
Yep.
So that was different. I've never seen that technology in one of these movies. There's also the scene where he's escaping the police station, and he has a glider suit? What the fuck do you call that?
I don't know what you call that. I mean, it's kind of a...
It's like guys who go like free diving. I can't remember what it's called. It's gliding. It's a gliding suit though. It like a flying squirrel with the winged suit thing, and he just dives off a building.
It also inflates.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was different.
It's a wingsuit.
A wingsuit, thank you. So that was different, and that was kind of cool.
But he also kind of biffs it on when he lands.
He does. He does not land with grace.
Yeah, and I don't know. Oh, this is the other thing I wanted to get into. They treat the Batman as more human in this one than any other depictions I've seen, because he gets hurt. He gets fucked up. He doesn't like start bleeding or like break bones or anything like that.
He gets knocked unconscious.
He's not depicted as this badass superhero as much as he is in the other movies.
Right.
He's not doing anything that is out of the ordinary here.
No, and he's like smart, but not that smart.
Yeah, like,
he's quick, but not that quick.
They all like get the wrong interpretation and like translation of that one word.
Which word?
The Spanish word.
Oh, yeah. The difference between El and La.
Right.
Did you take Spanish, Trent?
I did not. I took German.
Okay. Well, and I don't know. I think it's still the same thing in German, too, where there's like feminine and masculine words.
That's why I did not like those. I didn't like those classes.
Oh, yeah. That bothered me once in college. I did take Spanish in high school, and I knew the difference between el and la. And there was a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant near where I went to college, and they used el for a word that I knew was feminine, and it should have been la, and it drove me crazy. It's like, you call yourselves a Mexican restaurant.
It's called marketing.
I guess. People will talk about you. But yeah, you're right. He is depicted as very, he's new to this game. You know, they say he's been doing this for 2 years.
Yeah.
And he is very much still affected by it. So, like, he's nocturnal. He doesn't go out during the day. When he's up during the day, he wears sunglasses because he's not used to sunshine.
And he is extremely pale.
He's very emo Batman. He's very emo.
Yeah.
He's very pale. He's got long, dark hair. Mm-hmm. I did like that they actually show him applying the eye makeup, because this is one of those things in superhero movies you don't think about, but makes a lot of sense. If you put a mask on, it's just a mask. You could still see your eyes.
Yep.
All of that dark stuff around there, that has to be covered up with makeup. You can't just take your mask off and it's gone.
Right.
And they usually in these movies conveniently ignore that fact. Mm-hmm. But this is the first time where he takes it off and he's got makeup on.
And it's a conscious choice.
Yeah.
It is. It totally is. And I think it makes him more human.
Yeah. And like his monologue about like, I can't be everywhere at once.
Yeah.
And when they put up the bat signal, it's a warning.
Right.
So these guys should watch out, all the bad people.
Yeah. They say at the beginning in his monologue, they say fear is a tool. And they think that I'm hiding in the shadows. I am the shadows. I'm vengeance. Or whatever the fuck. But yeah, it is an effective thing.
So just kind of going through some of the plot points of this movie. So obviously the whole thing is the Riddler knows that there are very bad people running the city. He knows that the DA is dirty and the mayor is dirty and that this is all connected. But we don't really know how he knows.
We don't.
And they seem to imply at the end of the movie that he was at the orphanage, at the Wayne orphanage.
Right. So this is all stemming from he was an orphan. He was at the Wayne orphanage that was established when Bruce Wayne's dad was running for mayor.
Okay.
So he created this fund, this relief fund, where he says, I'm going to throw in a bunch of money into this fund.
Humanitarian money.
Exactly. So
no strings.
I'm not just spending this on my campaign. I'm not just buying your votes, but whether I win or lose this mayoral race, I'm going to continue on putting money into this fund and helping the city.
Right.
But after he was murdered, the money kept going in there, but there wasn't any oversight over it. So guess what happened? The corrupt people who were in charge of this money started to do corrupt things with it.
No.
So they took away the money from the orphanage. They took away the money from all the good things.
Yep.
And you see in the city that there's these like half-done projects all over the city.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, so there are like relief logos, like Wayne Relief logos on a bunch of like buildings that are halfway built, not done. So they took the funds away from that and just put it into their pocket.
Got it. No, I hadn't noticed that detail.
So that's where this is coming from.
Okay.
They took the money out of the orphanage. I guess the orphanage burned down. I don't know how that's related, but...
I mean, you clearly have some budding psychopaths who came out of there. Maybe one of them started it.
Yeah, very true. So that just goes to show you should probably fund your orphanages.
True. It's true. And also, that's just such an old-fashioned, like, 1900s terminology. Like, you never heard hear orphans and orphanages anymore.
Not anymore, no.
They've really changed that verbiage.
Yeah.
So it's weird in 2022 to hear Batman talking about the orphanage. I don't know, just a weird thing.
I guess.
But yeah, the Riddler, he cray. And all of his, methods involve a lot of duct tape. And just the simple act of him, like, pulling the duct tape is really disturbing, and he does it many times.
And he does it with gusto.
He does, and he wraps a lot of guys' heads up with it, and, he beats people, and he, kidnaps Peter Sarsgaard, who also shows up in this movie,
yes,
and puts a bomb on him, so that's a whole thing. But there's just all these weird things, like he cuts off the mayor's thumb, and there's a bad joke about thumb drives, and it's just, yeah, dark. It's a dark movie. Like, it's funny in those moments. It's very dark humor.
It's also, it's clever in that dark kind of a way, in that by the end, you realize the Riddler was just bringing everybody else along with him. He got the Batman, he got the cops to do exactly what he wanted.
Yes. Yeah, he's so smart that he doesn't need to do things for himself.
Yeah.
He can't do it for himself because he knows his strength is not physical, it's mental.
Yes.
So he gets the Batman to do his dirty work, basically. So he
bring him into the light so that I can shoot him.
Yeah, he thinks he means it metaphorically, but the Riddler means literally bring him out to the street where I can see him and I will take him out. And that's what he does. So he's very creepy when they have him on video, when he is, screaming at, Peter Sarsgaard, like, I'm going to ask you 3 riddles and maybe you'll get to live, but then he blows him up anyway. When he is arrested and he's just like staring at Batman smiling.
Right.
Yeah. Paul Dano's a lot in this.
he nails it.
Yes. Yes, he does.
But going back to the scene about the bomb around his neck, he didn't say the third thing.
Oh, that's right. The last thing he wanted was the informant.
He wanted to know who the informant was.
Right, but it's not an informant, it's that they all work for Falcone.
Right. There is no informant because they didn't actually bust him.
No, it was all a ruse.
It was all a fraud.
And a power grab.
Because everybody is in on it because there's all this money to be had.
Mm-hmm. That is something that is consistent with Batman movies, is this is an awful city.
Yes.
This is an awful, awful crime-ridden city. There is no sheen to this. It takes place mostly at night in this universe, in this particular movie too.
Yes.
It's the majority of this is at nighttime.
Yes.
The majority. And it's just a reminder at how dirty and dank and evil and corrupt this whole place is.
Yeah, and this isn't just this movie either. This is a lot of Batman movies because Gotham City is a shithole.
It is.
And Batman is this beacon in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
He's
the dark.
he's not a beacon of light because he's going around beating the shit out of everybody. Mm-hmm. And he is there to try to rid the city of as much dank as possible while also following due process. Here, I'm gonna tie this guy up and set you on the steps of the cop shop.
Yep. Here you go.
Yeah, special delivery from the Batman.
No guns.
Yeah.
He doesn't use guns.
He still doesn't use guns. Doesn't kill anybody. But then again, he did kick a bunch of people off those scaffoldings, so
he did. He did do that.
I don't know.
He kicked a lot of ass.
He did.
But he didn't kill anybody.
No, he also got shot a lot.
Yes. And injured. It knocked him out a few times.
Yeah.
To the point he had to pump himself full of what I assume was an adrenaline shot.
I guess. They didn't really explain that.
No, he's about to pass out and then he injects himself and then he goes ape shit. So I'm assuming that was adrenaline.
After getting shot in the chest with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Seriously.
A few times.
Yeah.
A few times.
Anyway, speaking of, we're kind of all over the place here, and this is, hey, like I said, guys, this is the first time we've been doing this in, the past 2 weeks, so bear with us.
We're assuming you've seen this, and you know what we're talking about.
The scene of the gunfight in the hallway?
Yeah.
That looks so fucking cool.
Yep, so he kills the lights, and there's guys shooting him with a machine gun, and that's the only light there is.
The muzzle flare from the
Yep.
guns, that's the only light. And we've seen a scene just like this in the John Wick 2. I think it was John Wick 2.
One of the John
Wick movies, where it's the same thing. They're in this fucking cave somewhere, and the only light that you see is the muzzle flare from the guns.
It's been used a few times before, but it's always so effective.
It is a very effective move, but you got to do it right. You got to get the lighting just right.
There's a couple of other really cool shots in this. So there's the scene where he goes and confronts the Penguin. And again, it's the rain, and then he's got his Batmobile, and this is the first time we see his big souped up whatever sports car he's got that's now the Batmobile. Yeah. And they have a big chase sequence where the Penguin can't get away because of the traffic, so he slams on the brakes and causes a collision with a whole lot of semi-trucks. Yeah. And there's this massive explosion, and Batman drives up a ramp and through the flames while the Penguin is screaming, "I got you, I got you." And he rolls his car, the Penguin rolls his car, and there's a shot where we are seeing from the point of view of the Penguin. So he's upside down, looking at the flames.
Batman gets out of his Batmobile and starts fucking strolling at him. Through the rain. Fire in the background. His cape
is billowing,
flying in the wind. Oh, God. And he's upside down.
Yes. That looked awesome. That was a great shot. That whole sequence was great.
I disagree.
Really?
I don't think the actual chase scene was that good.
Maybe not the chase, but the finale.
The finale of the chase, absolutely.
Okay, the finale was good.
I think the chase went on too long. It was kind of boring. There's not a lot that happened in it.
I don't think it was that long, though.
In my mind. It felt
quick to me.
In my mind, it went on for too long.
Well, fine. I don't care. We agree the finale of the chase was amazing.
Yes, it was.
Bad guys walk away from explosions.
Good guys walk away from explosions. Come on.
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He is.
Okay, badasses walk away from explosions.
And then at the end, so of course, after they've captured the Riddler. He's still not done. He's planted bombs at the seawall because this is, the equivalent of New York City, which is an island along the water. And he blows the seafront wall, and water starts flooding the entire city. Yeah. And they go to Gotham Square Garden.
Of course.
AKA Madison Square Garden. And they're all up on top of the, what do you call that? The billboard, the mega, what is that called? The Megatron.
Well, in wrestling, it's called the Titantron, I think, but...
There's some word for it, but the big, giant fucking screen in the middle of the garden. Yeah. And he's on top of it. There's this shot where he's hanging off. Yeah. And there's kind of chaos happening below, and there's people. And I thought, this is like a weird, out of focus choice. But then I remembered, wait, this whole building is flooding. Yeah. So what it actually was the waves coming in and just the light reflecting on the water. It looked like this weird, like floaty, ethereal choice, like behind him. That's what it looked like at first to me. And then I was like, wait, no, that's just literally fucking water.
It is, but I think they also do some camera tricks there.
But it looked cool. Like, it didn't look like water flooding in. It looked like a weird stylistic choice. Sure. And then once I figured out what it was, it made a whole lot more sense. I just was like taken out of the movie for just a second because I was like, why is like he's surrounded by weird waves?
I don't really remember seeing a lot of that.
It was specifically when he was like hanging on and Catwoman like came in and rescued him or something.
Well, I'm sure it's also the fact that he's been shot multiple times.
Right.
And speaking of Catwoman, we haven't really talked a whole lot about Catwoman.
No, we haven't.
So let's talk about Zoe Kravitz.
Yes. So she shows up as a waitress. Yeah. At the club.
Working at the Falcone Club.
Yeah. And she is there. Again, it's kind of unclear, like, if she is working there, if she by choice, if she is infiltrating, so they're kind of
Yeah,
vague
we don't
about
really
it.
know at the time. We do find out by the end.
Yeah, but
She's got ulterior motives here, but
Yes.
she's worked her way to the point where everybody trusts her, and she's got access.
Yes, she's working in this club,
Mm-hmm.
but she's also a safecracker.
Yeah.
And a cat burglar, because why not?
Yes.
But she also has a thing about stray cats and has like 7 of them in her apartment.
Yes. She's a cat lady.
She is a cat lady. But yeah, she's a badass. She shows up at Rex's shop once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to protect her friend who was involved in the shit. I don't really know. Like she was with the mayor.
She also worked there.
Yeah. And Falcone is Catwoman's dad.
Yes.
But I'm a little unclear. Does he knows this?
No, he does not know that Selina is his daughter, because when her mother was murdered by whoever, they don't actually really get into it. When her mother was murdered, she was taken away by social services at 7 years old, and he didn't care. He let it happen.
Okay.
So he wouldn't remember his 7-year-old daughter, what she's going to look like as an adult. Because clearly he wouldn't have paid much attention.
Okay. That was the little piece that I was a little unclear about. Like, if he did or did not know.
He did not.
That was his daughter.
But he remembers that he had a daughter, but not her.
Okay.
He never recognized her.
Okay.
Because at the very end, when she pulls a gun on him, she says, "Hi, Dad," and then she says, "I was so-and-so's daughter." And then he realizes it.
Okay.
But during it, no, he had no idea.
Gotcha. But yeah, she gets to get involved and helps Batman like infiltrate and get information.
Yep.
And they kind of have a little moment or two, and then they go their separate ways. But she's also kind of she's not so conflicted about fucking people up.
Yeah.
She goes in guns blazing, ready to kill this guy, and Batman's trying to talk her out of it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what
And she only fails because she misses.
Yeah, and that's just what the Catwoman character is. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I think her character was a little different than a lot of the other ones. Like, this movie is very, very modern.
Yes.
In that people have cell phones. The technology is up to date. There's social media. There's all the things that we have today.
Yeah, the Riddler streams and he's on the dark web.
Yes, exactly. So there are a couple of moments where actually Zoe Kravitz put this in herself. This was her ad-libs, and they kept it in the movie.
Okay.
Where she's talking about all these white privileged rich billionaires. That's a Zoe Kravitz line.
Interesting.
Yes. And at the end, she says something about, like, CEO hedge fund billionaires. Like this guy and this guy and this guy and Bruce Wayne and his father.
So that's another improvised line?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, bringing it into the today's vernacular.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she plays a fairly significant role in this movie. She doesn't get to be, like... It's weird, like, they don't exactly call her Catwoman.
No.
But they do. Like, she refers to herself as she says the bat and the cat.
Yeah.
She has a thing for cats. She has long, creepy nails.
They barely say Batman in this movie. Like, he says, "I'm vengeance," like 5 times.
I don't even know how he knew her name was Selina.
Because when he was at her apartment, he picks up a piece of mail that says past due. That's a bill that's got her name on it.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
See,
he's a detective, Betsy.
There's so much to pay attention to that sometimes I miss the obvious things. I'm trying to work on the overall big mystery.
Like, no, he picks up a piece of mail with her name on it.
And I can't figure out something obvious. Sometimes I'm stupid. I'm so busy wondering, like, well, what's the Riddler up to and who is he and how does he know all this that I don't, oh, her name's on mail. I'm a genius, guys. This is why you're here, for my dramatic insight. Okay, so there was one thing I wanted to ask about, because again, they're clearly setting this up so that they can make more of these.
Yep.
And Batman's a big universe, just like Marvel is a big universe. DC has a lot of content to draw from.
Yeah.
So we see the Riddler in Arkham, and there's somebody in the cell next to him.
Yeah.
They're talking to him, and we get a little bit of a glance, but not a very good one. My assumption is that's one of two people, but I'm not sure which one, so you tell me which one you thought it was.
Okay.
Was that supposed to be the Joker or Two-Face?
I think it's the Joker.
I'm pretty sure, I'm leaning to it was the Joker, but they kind of show this part of a face. You can only see him in profile.
He also says the word clown.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
See, again, not paying attention.
Well, and think about this. I don't know if this has anything to do with it whatsoever, but the very first scene where Batman is introduced and there's all these kids, the young men, who are like kidnapping this person and is going to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
They're all wearing like kind of clown makeup.
Yeah, they're a gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that a portion of what the Joker's doing? I have no idea.
I kind of was assuming that too, and clearly this was like a gang initiation because the other kid only had half of his face painted.
Yeah.
So he's clearly got to join the gang. He's got to do some violence.
Right, and they were trying to get him to do it.
Yeah, so that he can get into the gang.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm going to assume that was the Joker, and those are probably some fringe element of that.
Yeah.
Who was that?
I actually had to look him up. He is a guy I've only ever seen in like maybe one or two things. We've seen him in The Eternals. His name is Barry Keoghan.
Okay.
So I don't remember which character I don't remember.
He's the one who does the mind control.
Is he like a Loki type? I think his name is kind of like Loki.
Something like that.
In The Eternals.
Yeah.
So he's that guy. Now, is he actually going to be playing the Joker in an upcoming The Batman movie? I have no idea. But at the very least, he was playing that character in the cell.
Okay.
Whether he's the Joker or not, that's him.
Okay. Well, there we go. Like I said, they've greenlit The Batman 2.
Yeah.
Will we just call it The Batmen?
No, because there's only one, Betsy.
Well, there's like 7, but whatever.
No, it'd be the
I beg to differ.
It'd be the Batmans.
Oh, the Batmans. Okay.
Yes.
So the Batmans, we may or may not get the Joker. If it's anything like this, it's going to be another iteration of the Joker that's probably going to give me some kind of nightmares because this was really unnerving, as I keep saying.
Well, and like we did watch The Joker.
We did.
We did watch that, and I liked it a lot more than you. We didn't cover it for the podcast, obviously, but it got nominated for an Oscar that year, so we were under obligation to watch it.
Right.
You did not like it because...
No, here's the thing. I did, but also I hated it because it's like, what is the point of this movie? Are we supposed to feel bad for the Joker? Because it was working, but I was also deeply disturbed by it. And yeah, it's just kind of left me scratching my head a little bit. It's just not something
like the question you were asking, was I supposed to like this?
Like
was
him.
I supposed to enjoy
specifically the Joker?
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker. Am I supposed to feel bad for the Joker? Am I supposed to like the Joker? And it was just one of those movies where I don't really feel the need to revisit it very frequently or if ever again. I don't know. And the Joker, again, is one of those hit and miss characters because he's such an iconic figure in pop culture that everybody kind of wants to take a crack at him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always work. Like Jared Leto, a lot of people have said they have some feelings about that.
Yeah, and again, we haven't watched any of those movies, so I can't We can't really say much about it, but most people have said he did a bad job.
Yeah. And then, you watched the original Batman, the Tim Burton one.
Yeah.
That movie is more about the Joker. It's more about Jack Nicholson than it is Batman.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It might be amazing. It might fall flat. It might at least be disturbing. Like, the Riddler in this is disturbing.
Yeah.
So we'll see what they can do with the Joker.
Much like Batman Begins, like the Scarecrow is disturbing.
Yes.
So there's a lot of that just kind of baked into the pie when it comes to Batman villains. They're kind of fucked up. They're a lot more fucked up than a lot of other like superhero stuff.
They have a genuine asylum that they all live in for the criminally insane.
Yeah. And there's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them, yes.
And again, they set up like all of this for a sequel. They were kind of betting on the fact that there's going to be a sequel to this movie.
Yeah.
Because they kept on saying that, kind of like the way they set up The Dark Knight with the third one. They said, hey, we're going to hunt you down. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They're setting it up for a third one. In this one, they're saying, well, there's going to be a power vacuum. Falcone is dead.
Yep.
We got the Penguin still out there. He's going to try to take over. He's standing in Falcone's office when we leave him. They're still going to have to rebuild the entire city. Who knows what's going to happen to this money that has just kind of been free-flowing for years now. 20 years, they said. Yeah. 20 years it has been to the week that Bruce Wayne's parents were killed.
Yep, and they make the comment that's how long Falcone has been the mayor, quote unquote.
Yeah, right.
He's had the city under his thumb.
Right.
So yeah, it's setting up all the pieces. I thought this was really well executed. I thought it was very interesting. The mystery was compelling.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if this is from the source material or it's just for the sake of the story, we're changing the story a little bit. But I thought it was all done really effectively. So I get why people liked this.
Yeah.
This is a good movie.
It is a fantastic movie. I am very interested in seeing where they go with this. But what I'm concerned about, not that I care, but what I'm concerned about is how many DC universes do we need?
Right.
Like, we had the Joker. That is not connected to anything else.
No.
Nothing.
We have all the Suicide Squad and offshoots from that.
We have Suicide Squad and the Suicide Squad.
Which is the same thing but different things.
Uh-huh.
And then you've got, like, the Justice League.
But then you also have Zack Snyder's The Justice League.
Yeah, his cut.
Whatever the fuck.
But then this is a different Batman than that Batman. That universe is the same universe, but it's different.
This universe keeps getting pulled and pulled and pulled apart, where like there's just no through line for any of it.
No.
Now, that's okay until they try to tie it all together.
I just don't want them to.
I don't want them to.
Not.
They can't. They shouldn't.
No, the reason the Nolan trilogy for Batman works is because they are just their own thing.
Yeah.
He was the first one to say, fuck it, I'm making a dark Batman.
And it killed.
And yeah, but those
movies are revered.
But this movie is even darker than that Batman.
It is.
And it's risky. It is risky because, like you said, this could be the first Batman that some people have seen.
Yeah.
This is not the hero Batman that kids should be rooting for.
But isn't he? By the end, he's picking up kids and like helping the mayor out of the thing.
Sure.
At the end, yes. He also goes a little nuts and almost beats a guy to death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's still growing as Batman. He's only done this for a couple of years. He's got to figure some things out. And now he's got all this new like information about his father and his family. And he's he's going through some things.
Yeah.
Maybe he should just see a therapist.
Like
I don't know.
He is young. Like, this is the youngest Batman we've seen.
Which is not entirely true, because I would be willing to bet if I go and look at how old Christian Bale was, he's a similar age to Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson's only a year younger than me.
I guess.
So Robert Pattinson is, 36 this year. by the time we get to other Batman, he'll be middle-aged, just about. Depending on how long he makes these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't had, like, a straight-up, like, 25-year-old Batman before. Robert Pattinson strikes you as younger.
We haven't had the equivalent of a Tom Holland playing Spider-Man as a teenager.
No, because Batman's a man. Batman was never a child. Batman has always been a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
I hope we get more of the old Batman eventually. I know he exists in the comics, like an elderly quote unquote.
Well,
like
I guess
that's
kind of what the Ben Affleck Batman is.
Really?
That is a seasoned Batman.
Oh, okay. Well, one day maybe we'll get to it. We keep talking about the DC universe and how we kind of don't care. Like, I'm curious, but I also am just like, that's a lot of time to invest.
I just don't want to make the commitment because I just think I'm going to be disappointed.
And just with the reviews of those movies as a whole, I just don't want to spend the time.
I know they're trying to make a DC universe, and it's just hasn't happened.
No,
so
why should I
make the investment in your series when you're not even doing a good job with it?
No, the one-offs are just better. It's just a fact, guys. This movie, one-off, great.
Yeah, and we'll see what happens in the future.
Well, there we go. So that's what we've got to say today about the Batman. Trent, do we have any emails today?
We got an email from Stephanie about our episode Coyote Ugly.
That's a movie we watched.
Which, by the way, Betsy and I went to a city where there actually was a Coyote Ugly bar.
Yes.
It was not open, sadly.
We went during the day, and they didn't open for 6 hours.
Yes, we were in it. For our vacation, we were in Denver, and they had one there. So, anyway, about Coyote Ugly from Stephanie. And, of course, this was back during Betsy's birthday week, so she says, "Happy Betsy's birthday to us all." Holy crap, this movie was a staple of every single sleepover I went to in middle school and probably high school too. It was like Coyote Ugly, 10 Things I Hate About You, and She's All That on a repeat.
That's a solid lineup, and you've seen 2 out of the 3.
Those are 2 movies we have covered on this show, and I haven't seen the other one either.
Trent. Oh my. Anyway,
I totally had the soundtrack and listened to it for years. Great driving music. The boyfriend was super hot. Oh man, that accent. And I have no memory of that ending. Gross. Very disappointing when there was such a celebratory scene to end it on like 30 seconds earlier. Overall, I still love it. Love you guys from Superfan Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, that was a weird, disappointing ending that I also didn't remember until we watched it.
And why would you, criticize the ending there? Because the entire movie prior to that was great.
Well, I'm glad you liked the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
So there you go. Well, if you guys have some thoughts about Coyote Ugly, or the Batman, or the DC Universe, or anything else, you can reach out to us like Superfan Stephanie.
Email us at neverseenitpod@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, neverseenit_pod. Sometimes Betsy will tweet out funny things and things about movies and anniversaries. There's a lot of anniversaries happening all the time.
That's right.
You can also support the show by clicking the link in the podcast description. You can throw us a buck on Anchor if you wish. If you can't do that, no big deal. Just share us with your friends, rate us on iTunes, and do all the things that we always say. And yeah, that's it.
So yes, that's it for the Batman. We'll be back again in another few days with another movie. Until that time, my name is Betsy.
And my name's Trent.
And this has been Never Seen It. We thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.